Their behavior is so concerned. First time they learn, yes now, people getting burned. So they run to one and all, begging big and begging small. Doggy, look at back way, look at highway, look at hospital. Doggy, look at bone. Doggy, doggy, look at bone, look at bone. Doggy, look at bone. Doggy, doggy, look at bone, look at bone. After election, all the bone gone. So come and touch it. Don't look so shocked. Don't just watch it, doggy suck. In little track behind God's back, see them reaching, hear them preaching. We quite aware of problems here. Have hope, deliverance near. We go clean your dirty drain. We go build a water main. Life will be so happy if you only vote for we again. Doggy look a bone. Doggy, doggy look a bone, look a bone. Doggy look a bone. Doggy, doggy look a bone, look a bone. After election, all the bone done. So come and touch it. Don't look so shocked. Don't just watch it, doggy suck.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to those of you who are locked on work, if you're still on work. If you're not and you're in your vehicles heading home, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to those of you locked on in the maxis and taxis and buses and PH cars and trucks. Good afternoon to those of you locked on the World Wide Web. Good afternoon to those of you locked on at home on conventional radio. Good afternoon to those of you locked on all across the world, all in the Caribbean. Good afternoon to my Tobago people. Tobago always locked on and listen. Good afternoon, Tobago. Good afternoon to those of you locked on in the United States, in the UK, in Europe, in the EU, in Africa, in South America, in Colombia, in Guyana, all across the world, on Facebook via the Street 919 FM Facebook page, and those of you locked on YouTube via Iwer TV. Welcome to the Future of Talk, the #1 afternoon talk show in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm your host, Heavy Duty, and my co-host, TC, will be here with me shortly. And this afternoon, I just want to apologize for starting my show a little bit late. I was to wait for the maintenance crew to clean up the studio and fumigate it from all that stench of crap that I was hearing in that last show inside the studio here. Crap. Every election season. I am so glad that my people, the right-thinking people in this country, don't take on that race baiting anymore. Because that's all you can do. Race bait, and race bait. The set of dunce people who do nothing else but race talk. Only wrong election time, nonsense. That racial nonsense, people don't fall for that again. The right thinking people of Trinidad and Tobago no longer falling for the race baiting. Because they cannot come here and say nothing else. Or they cannot come on this radio station and talk nothing about performance. Or about what did this PNM government do that last 10 years there, 9.5 years of PNM. What did they do to impact the citizens of this country in a positive way? Not one thing. Not one thing they did to impact the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So all they cannot come here and talk nothing else but race, 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 and Wawan and Monkey and Kobo. And who calling who monkey and crap, stupid talk. That what they're teaching other children in 2025. If you a man who hungry on the side of the road and begging, want to hear about who calling him monkey and Rawan? Eh? You feel people that are in the hospital and can't get medicine, selling people calling them Rawan? Eh? Well, if they want to vote for that, go ahead. Vote for race. And yes, your young and them come back and take all the pension. And all the wicked, to all the children, and all the grandchildren, all they have no kind of moral authority, no kind of moral turpitude to talk about race and talk about who saying, calling who names. Eh? Eh? Let's talk. Let's talk. Eh? If all they want to talk, let's talk. Let's talk about the same black African people in Trinidad and Tobago who are so all of a sudden proud to be black and nobody mustn't call you monkey and Kobo and ape and Rawan. Since all they want to defend the blackness conveniently when it comes to election. Only when it comes to election. But for the last 9.5 years, for the last 9.5 years, what did Rowley did for the black citizens, the Afro-Trinidadians in Trinidad and Tobago? What? What did he did for the East-West corridor? For all them youths, over 4,000 youths murdered. And 99% of them were black. But I hear they calling to talk about Rawan and monkey and ape and Kobo. No. Me hear they talk on the 4,000 murders for the past 9.5 years. People getting gunned down. Young black people getting gunned down all over the place. Blood flowing all over the place. No. Or they was calling the radio station to cuss them. Oh, they want nothing. They're too lazy. Cursing all their own African children. Eh? Oh, them ain't no good. They're no good. All the Prime Minister call them hyenas in the African jungle. That's what the Prime Minister call all the children when he see the school fights and them all around the place. Eh? With no opportunities. Only neglect, neglect, neglect. Every window, every door they turn, closing on them. Nothing for them to do. And all they bring them down. Why they talk about Rawan then? Why are they talk about Rawan when they have the highest unemployment rate the nation ever seen in their life? Why are they talk about Rawan when it's black people have dropped 20% below the poverty line since the PNM come in power? Let me talk black. Let me talk race. Eh? We have dropped as the only race of people in Trinidad and Tobago 20% below the poverty line between 2015 to 2024. All they want to see statistics, go and look it up. Facts I come here to talk, me come here to talk race. I come here to talk facts. I come here this evening to clean up all that crap was in the studio talking about Rawan. Or they bringing in people, religious story. Since I small, since I a little child before even I born, the people them burning Rawan in the result festival, they making that an issue now in 2025, and that what they going to vote on? Eh? Or they get no pension for the last 9 years, but they're going to vote on Rawan? Are they serious? You didn't even raise a pension by $1. Public servants get 4%. They're still working until 2013 salary and get 4%. That will offer them. And all they want to vote on Rawan? In the people religion? That what they're going to vote for somebody, call somebody Rawan, and all the totem feelings, and all they get waxed up and chained up for that? And calling the radio station and talking and set a crap for big hardback people with sense? You feel the people and them public servants studying that stupidness? When they go to work hard every day and when they go by the grocery, and when they go to the grocery and they pick up 2 little things, $500 and they watch in the pocket, and every time they go and put in gas, they drive from day to day, they put in gas. Gas raised 10 times. But all they're calling you to talk about race. Still, in 2025, that's all they could talk about. But let me give some history. Since that I want to talk, let me give some history now. Let me give some P&M history. Since they're so black and nobody can call them Kobo and monkey. Eh? Or they're so black. Or they care about blackness all of a sudden. All of a sudden they're proud when black people dying. Walk on the hospitals and tell me if you see people there. Walk down the street and see you lie down under the banks in Port of Spain and all over the place. Begging. Under the government. Fitzgerald Hines came and said, it's not a black party, it's an all-inclusive party. But when it comes to election, they want to vote black. The blackest man, the blackest prime minister who say, he says so, not me. He says he's the blackest man. You know what he do? He pack his bags, give himself a high salary, a high pension, and he gone. And guess who he put for all your black people? A half Chinese, half Indian to be the prime minister. He put he there. Nobody never vote for he. And you accept that. Or they black conveniently. But ask who raised the old age pension from $1,500 to $3,000. Who? Not the black man. The East Indian. Yeah. The same one I don't like and I look not go and vote for. Raise all their pension to $3,000. Ask the public servants the last time they get a good back pay, 13% under Kamala and the UNC. That's the last good back pay they get. Ask the contractors when last they get a good salary negotiation, when they get the money what was owing to them by the government for all these years. Kamala give them that. Performance beat old talk and race talk. Let me give you some history. The P&M party is the only party in the whole entire world that was in government and had a black revolution, a black power revolution under a black government. Well, I want to hear, let me tell you again in case you was opening the fridge door and you didn't hear me. Under Eric Useless Williams as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, a black man running a country, black people had to rise up and revolt to get equal rights. Imagine that. And that's the same party all they want to vote for. Or they no shame? Eh? That same party had a whole black power movement in the 1970s where Indian and Africans come together. I play the videos here to get equal rights and justice for black people because it was like that was racist. That was racial. That time was racist. We don't have racism now. But let's come in here to talk about Rowan and have a whole hour talking crap. People calling in and talking about, yeah, them can't get my vote. And talking about righteousness. Are they talking about righteousness when black people dying daily by the 4s and 5s? Or they know kind of nothing about it. Let's be talking that crap on this radio station here. How to come and they spell that crap. Imagine that. Imagine the spiritual Baptists, the same Baptists that Stuart Young then invited the meeting and talking about only those who had schools. The same spiritual Baptists got the holiday. They got their holiday under a UNC Prime Minister, which was Basio Pandey. They got a school, they got 2 schools and a holiday. He recognized Barbara Burke, the spiritual Baptist leader, and makes you a senator. If they didn't like black people, you'd do that? Why the PNM didn't do that? Ask yourself. Because their sole purpose is to keep black people down. It's called systematic racism. Let me say it again. It's called systematic racism. Where you keep a particular race at the bottom of the economical ladder and leave them there so a certain caliber people could use them as cheap labor to work in their factories and their businesses. And they can pay them minimum wage and have them just working enough to live to see another paycheck. Just barely enough to survive. And now they're talking about race. The PNM make that. Under Kamla Persaud Bissess and the People's Partnership, David Mohammed, the Black Agenda Movement, got a piece of land to build their own headquarters right there in Lavantil. The government at that time under UNC gave the Black Agenda, a black movement, a piece of land. Why the PNM didn't give him that? But no, they give them to build land in the Wali Nagar. The same place where they burn around, the PNM get them that place across the highway, don't you go down the highway there? Yeah? Ask them how they get the land. Captain didn't get them that. But only coming here to talk race talk. Eh? You feel these young people nowadays taking that stunt talk? Or they still stuck? Bamboozle and hoodwink getting chained up in 2025. Man, back in 1985. You could have catch me with that in 1985. But you can't catch me with that now. Sorry about that. How? How can you be talking race talking 2025? You're supposed to be coming here and talking about what the PNM is going to do for people. But nobody want to hear that because they get 10 years and they did nothing. Just hardship. Everywhere you go, people bawling hardship. The young people of this country don't want to hear all the crap. And Tanty and uncle and them, they know no better. Them still stuck, them still feel air while them alive. Eh? But all coming here to talk race. 99% of the people living in Lavantil, Peter, Sealots, Mova, Diego Martin, all these places that support the PNM in Labre, Point 14, that support the PNM is black people. But go and look at the economy, go and look at the communities. Go and see how they're living. Eh? Go and see how they're living. No kind of upliftment, no kind of nothing. Go and tell them go and tell them who living in squalor. Don't vote for them people that are calling you Rawan. Like if them care. If them go and say, well, all right, they call me Rawan, so me go and vote for them. I'm trying to hungry and nothing. My friend Sheba go and vote for them because they call me. I ain't going to vote for them because they call me Rawan. That's all they want to vote for. You feel them people want to take another 5 years at the PNM because somebody call them Rawan? Eh? Eh? People be calling people since before I born. They calling people Ninja and Koliolo. I don't know what I want to say, right? But I don't know what I want to say. Since before I born. No more people call me Ninja. Dirty stinking Ninja they call me. But that do me anything? What that do me? I'm not going and take God up my thoughts. After just last year, I gave about 5 tickets for nothing. Victimization to the highest. Right? To take away my license for nothing. And I studying. Who call me a ninja? And I go and vote for that? To suffer next 5 to get more tickets going on the line? For food prices to go high up and skyrocket? Imagine. Today, Donald Trump made an announcement that any country doing business with Venezuela will receive a 25% tariff. And he do a secondary sanction on Venezuela. So if you're buying oil or gas from Venezuela, your country will be charged a 25% tariff on all American products. I wonder where we get gas from. Since that petrol train closed down. I wonder the gas where we getting to buy to put in with tank. Right? Where we getting we gas from, seeing that petrol train closed down, we no longer refining we own gas. I know that gas will come from Jamaica the other day. That was for I think that was for boat fuel or airplane fuel. I can't remember, but that Jamaica gas we buy the other day. It's a special type of gas. That wasn't for vehicles. But I wonder where is Trinidad and Tobago getting its gas supply from? Its fuel supply, who we getting it from? Seeing that petrol train refinery is closed down. And there's no longer refining gas. Because if that is so, and Trump get to find out, well, crap or smoke we pipe. Crap or smoke we pipe in Trinidad and Tobago. But I go sick up in right there, coming back there, you know. And I go back to the race talk. So all who want to go and vote because somebody call you a ninja, or somebody call you a monkey, or a kobo, and Rawan. Some of them can't even spell it. But they're talking about, oh, them call me that, so I'm not going to vote for them. They want me to vote for them, but they're calling me names. Why is the children getting gunned down in a drain? They're getting gunned down in drains. On the side of the road, on the sidewalk, on the bush. Bullet. Morning, noon, and night. black people children. But you don't care about that. You ain't studying that. Go in the jails and see how much of them inside of there too. You ain't studying that. You ever say, they're lazy, they want nothing, they don't want to work. All the excuses. Cursing all the children. Telling them there's good for nothings. And there's criminals. And there's bandits. And there's cockroaches. Yes, all they calling them cockroaches. All their own children, they call them cockroaches. But all they don't like when somebody call a monkey. So all they going and vote, right, for the same cockroaches and them to kill out all the children and call them cockroaches. Waste our time. Totish talk coming back with that crap here. No performance track record, nothing. All they can say, all they do nothing to uplift the lives of the citizens of this country. Nothing. All they did. Such a games all they playing and bamboozle and fool up them people here. I'm going to go to the phone now before I start a cuss on this radio station here this evening and lost my work. The number to call 3420081. That's 3420081 and 4665391. That's 4665391. You can call both numbers on WhatsApp and you could also send your voice notes. Right? Let me take a call. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, boy, heavy boy. Yeah, good editorial. It's interesting for you to bring up that topic because it's a conversation I had with somebody this morning. But the compound where you see, isn't it that black people, especially Trinidadians, are we cultured into poverty?
Yep.
Are we cultured, literally cultured into poverty? Well, here the dream that they sell us. Education is the key to poverty, or is it education is the key to dishonesty?
Boy.
Because as far as the last time I checked, for the last 10, 15 to 20 years, is a set of bandit, thieves and conmen that coming out our education system. And your education system is supposed to be a great reflection on your country. So when you have $3 billion going missing, what I'm telling you, boy? What I'm telling you? Think about it. Education is the key to poverty, or is it education is the key to dishonesty? We have $3 billion that is unaccounted for. That the very white man that we claim to criticize so much, when we go to hear his judgment, he turn and say, well, hey, yeah, what's going on? You got to investigate this man, you know. Up to now, heavy we hearing cricket on the ground. Everything going silent.
Tell me this thing. All right, Tom, man.
Election.
Oh.
Yeah, all right, good.
Yeah, thank you very much. You can always call back. Caller.
Good afternoon, Evie.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother.
Give thanks to life. Real spoken. I'm calling on my brother, Neil Iwer. See that evil big belly pastor, get rid of that man. You should go to the station. Heavy, I ain't say don't need meeting, boy.
I was there early, boy, but I got a call, I don't leave.
Yeah, we must say good everybody who meet me up and take picture. I call, I meet me up and tell me, you don't like to take a picture, man. I know we're so popular. But Heavy,
yeah,
we're good on now. Like something wrong with we. We like sufferation, you know. Remember, they should be costing bamboo and boy in the lagoon?
Yeah.
You know, I pass through the bamboo in the back. Every see business going on in a line.
Yep.
I say like somewhere in New York or somewhere.
Yep.
Real upliftment.
Correct.
And a party in East West Corridor concern voting the PNM. What's the community?
Correct.
So correct. Them ready voting for them just love our ballies, eh?
No, they're voting but because they're black.
Yeah. And that evil big belly nasty pastor go only pushing a set of race and them old wicked hearted PNM supporters and them. Then they're voting for sufferation and pain, you know. Every day getting ready to go down in the meeting, then I go.
You go see me down there, you go down, sir?
If down there, I don't go.
Well,
I don't know with my MP.
You go see me down there.
Morning, you go meet, right?
Yeah, man.
Just keep up the fire blazing. We have to get rid of this piano. Pass the gold fire, burn you. I'm gone.
All right, KFC. Caller. Caller? Good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. I'm calling from Guayari.
Welcome.
And, well, what I would like to say is that I've been listening you all for quite a while. And I can't see what the people am seeing in this government here. But what I can tell you, I'm across almost 65 years. And what I can say is that PNM could never get my vote because I cannot see. They didn't do nothing for the past 9.5 years. So all my support for the UNC. Thank you very much. I'm always
Thank you, caller.
listening.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, yellow is the code. Caller.
Afternoon, Mr. Everty.
Yes, good afternoon.
Fear-mongering, that's what it is all about.
Correct.
Mr. Everty, if you want evidence of how this thing twisted, look at the superintendent Pune, right? Eternally loyal to the PNM, just glad to be PNM. First was Eddie Hart, and then was Montford. With a little hiccup in between with that Assam, but Eddie Hart and Montford, and they're going down, just token appreciation. Mr. Everty, a guy like Naked. Let me say UNC game power, Naked win the seat. You know, a whole lot of people change up with them people. They're not no nonsense man, you know. You follow me? You can imagine UNC in power and Naked is your MP up there. How to like all them youngsters and them, they like turn around, change up, everything just flowing into the Puna. Don't come like the bamboo. You understand? This is big difference. And these people, for some strange reason, they keep going with this senseless loyalty, even though nothing come out of it. It's odd. It's strange.
When they have talk show hosts race baiting them and telling them about Rawan and who calling them Rawan and Monkey and playing video about, oh, it's a racial slur and it's a racial talk. They must get chained up. They get wax up and chain up.
But here is Abby. The leader laugh at them after the 2015 thing, I know. 2020, he say, when they talk about elevate them, he say once a bill come down for them to go up. He laugh at them.
Yeah.
He laugh at them. You remember the situation?
Yes, I remember what you say.
He said not a seesaw. Say not a seesaw.
Yeah.
Some people who with the back come down for them to go up. So that's the take Jamin I say.
All right, brother. But thank you very much.
Knock it in power and in business. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Caller.
Heavy, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, man. Good afternoon.
Heavy, I just want to say that it's not right for anybody to be calling anybody a monkey or any such thing. But I also want to say, too, that in Trinidad and Tobago, well, not really Tobago that much, but Trinidad, throughout the whole Caribbean, after the European and them brainwash you and put Indian and African to continue fighting whilst they continue to go with the money and all the resources, these elderly people with the sick in the head self continue to brainwash and teach the children that same mentality. Right? I would say this. We know and I want all the PNM sycophant and them to hear I saying it. We know in the UNC, yes, there's people that is racist and they don't like African or black people. We know that. And we also know that in the PNM, it's not that they don't like the Indians, you know. They don't like we too. Yes, people in the PNM don't like we.
I feel they don't like we more. I feel in the PNM they don't like black people more, boy.
They say because we poor and we live in the lavas and we found the beaten. And you understand when we just eat from the rubbish truck in the PNM, right? So I want to tell all you something. Go and look up the meaning of a racist. And when all you find the meaning, because a lot of all you fully done, go and look up how racism starts and what is make someone a racist and why racist people always seem to be having something, especially like the ones in the PNM who have all, who really wanted to make richer and who's short young going to make richer, fully racist. I say so, right? Why I say so is because look what Kamala Prasad Bissessa did. As Heavy said, Kamala Prasad Bissessa gave David Mohammed the piece of land.
Yeah.
Pandey gave the Baptist the land.
Yeah.
You know the Emancipation Committee have been the kissing, they're like magnet behind the PNM. And yet still, Rowley stepped down, the blackest man he says, stepped down and put a Chinese. And the Emancipation Committee, which is supposed to be for the African people,
Yeah.
to this day, have not get anything from the PNM. And this is a reason for me to be a UNC. Because I feel
but not,
the UNC and the Indendi.
but not only that, not only that, right? Brooklyn, the same black prime minister take away Pancho Begolan was going to give a East Indian company to build a cricket academy up there on the highway. Take away Pancho Begolan.
I know, and what I am saying is, even I won't worry about it. Pancho Begolan was a bad takeaway. But I am talking about the people who was supposed to on Dashiki and call themselves African one day in the year Emancipation Day and get a little stipend with the PNM just beating them to keep the support. Eh? They ain't get the woman was on the area and they're saying years now they have been behind Keith Rowley and the PNM. Now it's Stuart Young for just a piece of land for the Emancipation Committee for black people. And they haven't get it. I want all to come and fight me with that now.
All right,
Brooklyn. PNM, why they didn't get the piece of land before Rowley stepped down? How you going?
Thank you, Brooklyn. Coming here to talk a set of race crap on a daily basis. Shut down that. Caller.
Aye. Hey.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm glad they take me in around this time at the Brooklyn's vessel. Good afternoon, my brother. Yeah, I listen on other frequency that gone all over the place to this race thing. And I said, what is really wrong with Trinidad and Tobago? Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. Don't get tied up with the PNM. They have nothing to campaign on. All what they are doing is what Dr. Rowley did in 2010, 12, all coming along to the 215. They're trying to bring back that in the public space.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this, Trinidad and Tobago, the history that this country is going to create around now, it will not be forgotten. While African leaders in Africa are trying to bring Africa together and tell Europe, here we're going on, that is it. We think staying for we now. One of the black leaders in the Western Hemisphere take power and give it away to somebody that don't look like he. How will we join in on that African movement that's taking place? And it will be beautiful time in Africa to come in the future because here what is going on. All Africans are invited to be in Africa. All they want to talk race, eh? If all they want to talk race, let me talk race according to Heavy, let me talk race. Because when the PNM realized taxi and cars was getting popular in Trinidad and Tobago, it was African people who were in charge of the tire shops and them, and every car needed a tire. You know what the PNM did to that to stifle the business? Close down Dunlop and give the 1%ers the opportunity to bring in Goodyear tires. And the East Indian bringing in the foreign use. They take it away from African people. African people don't get tied up in the PNM around this time. And I tell the UNC, and I'm going to say it again, the way how the PNM campaigning, you must give them a 3-day special before the general election with all issues that is going to affect this country because the propaganda machinery, it starts in race. Yep. I heard a brother today on our next frequency. There's race, they're talking and they're talking like if they're sure and like if the UNC could do them something if they get in power. The only thing the UNC could do is govern for every creed and race in Trinidad and Tobago and leave space for our next caller. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Caller, you have 1 minute. Make it short and sweet.
Yeah, Heavy. Thanks for coming in, brother.
Yeah, brother.
I totally support everything you say there real quick. I'll call back next hour, but you see how you're highlighting the truth. Pick up how they talk in names and with small talk. All of that is under small talk.
Yeah.
We're not about small talk and nonsense. We're about reality.
Correct.
And a real standard of living. You itemize the hardship that they continue to put itself through. That is stupidity. We are about reality. Keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I can't take no more calls right now. I'm going for a break. And when we come back, we want to continue with the phone calls. I have a couple of videos to play and some voices to play. Right? Yeah. So we're not falling for that race talk. Not falling for that. Yeah? We have so much things going on in this country. So much things that is happening to us. Anyway, we're going for the break. People, I can't take no calls right now because it's only about 10 seconds before the break. And you all will be able to talk. So, people look.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Come party. Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's gonna be a crazy. Man, you see that what I can't take with all you. All right, let me do this. Listen, not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide, Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation, Jenny's on the Boulevard, all E-Clip Eli locations, and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
This is yours truly, Wendy H. Lewis, host of A Woman's Worth, right here on Street 91.9 FM. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. We are commemorating International Women's Month, the month of March. Throughout the program, you will hear inspiring stories of trailblazing women. We will be engaging in meaningful conversations about gender equality and spotlight the voices of those making a difference in their communities. So whether you are a leader, mother, a professional, an entrepreneur, or just a young woman trying to find your path, this is the program for you. This is your time, this is your space, this is your celebration. Join us right here on Street 91.9 FM.
A woman's worth. You're occupying a home and need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace, so secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the street, 919 FM.
Listen closely.
Stuart Young is bolted to Venezuela's Maduro. If you take God out of your thoughts to vote for Young, you better brace for U.S. sanctions, say goodbye to U.S. visas, say goodbye to U.S. dollars for business, medicine, traveling, online shopping. Put yourself and your loved ones first.
It's time to rise up Trinidad and Tobago.
Enough is enough.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. Vote UNC.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Mondays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and Bereavement. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with Disabilities. And on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
All right, so we are back. And I have some voice notes to play, so let me clear up the voice notes on them one time. Oh yes, good. Let me play them voice notes one time.
Systematic slavery, or officially known as systemic racism, is highly visible in the PNM government.
Exactly.
Good evening, TC, and every Unfortunately PNM supporters. They know what to speak about. They realize it's an African man calling an East Indian one, so they change it around and say now the African man disrespecting the Hindu religion. Since we're not they like the Hindu religion, or they say that we roti nasty, that we using dead people water to make doubles, or they go from here. And you see that statement where Rohan Sinanan put out, that is his opinion, that is not based on facts. Rohan Sinanan come out there with the racist agenda.
Good afternoon, Heavy. Good afternoon, TC, wherever you are, and all the listeners of the #1 talk show in the evening. I cannot see no right-thinking person in the right senses. Look at what the country went through in the past 10 years, and whatever progress was never made in the past 10 years, and go back and vote for that. I wonder if a man will take his salary for the past 10 years and give it to somebody to manage it, and they run it like that, and go back and hand them it after 10 years. I would like to know if they'll do something like that. No right-thinking person in the right sense is not even supposed to consider voting back for that.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother. You ain't talk, you preach.
Good day, VNTC Bitcoin here. The height of insanity is voting for the PNM over and over and expecting a change. And you will get none if you vote for them in the next 5 years. more of the same, foolishness and failure. Just imagine Elon Musk formed a Department of Government Efficiency. Stuart Young come last week and teach the man ideas and want to put a Ministry of Implementation and Efficiency. Stuart Young, you have no ideas of your own.
Oh,
That is what you're coming with? And furthermore, he went yesterday and telling the shouter Baptist he want to remove the word shouter and put it as spiritual, but he giving that up to them to do that. Stuart, you really don't know how to deal with this country and take it out of the morass or they put it in, you know. Or it's failure all the way, boy. Nobody can, in their right mind, can vote for this nonsense again because you have no ideas on what they're doing. Right? Nothing at all. Nothing for you. Have a good day, Heavy and TC.
Heavy and TC, good afternoon again. Now, concerning this PNM with the race talk and the finding all kind of unnecessary things to bring in the public domain, like if that is going to help us. Let me tell the PNM something. You see, you all coming out of office will only do Trinidad and Tobago good. It will do us good. You know that. It will not do us no good. Put Stuart Young in the opposition position and let the population vote for Stuart Young if they want Stuart Young to be around as a political leader in this country. Don't make the PNM and Dr. Rowley come and do Trinidad and Tobago this and have all the other Caribbean islands laughing at us. Dr. Rowley, we is not no bag of fool over here. We is not no bag of fool here. You understand? Let's give me a break with that set of foolishness all they going on with. Just wait until the 28th, and on the 29th, will be a different song singing in this country. And I hope when the opposition take office, they make sure and clean this country out properly. The citizens come together, clean up the country, make sure all the garbage bin and them empty. And while we empty this, you might empty the PNM in it too. Because it's only garbage. All they do to we garbage.
Harry, I see Marcia Caesar when she matter against the Chief Justice in the Privy Council. And Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young wanted to remove that, right? For the CCJ. You think she could get justice in the CCJ if she find that matter there? You know, some kind of legislation should be brought with these individuals. When they're suing people, they should be able to pay for it from their own their own pocket. Because too much of this nonsense will be going on taxpayers and like fund all of these things. She's going to sue the government now, sue the taxpayers in this country for wrongful dismissal and all that. And she's going to get money. It should have come out of Chief Justice Iwer Archie pocket, not we. A set of foolishness taking place in this country. Rock so Archie. Have a good day, Heavy.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Heavy.
Yes, good afternoon.
I know TC not there, but TC is the man who does be talking about bringing a manifesto. At least the PNM 10 years, after 10 years, they cannot give us what they're going to do in the next 5 years to make we life easier, better. Everything is tightenable. Taxation. Take all the money and spend it on the rich.
Yeah.
And the poor must continue paying taxes for the rich.
Yeah.
When we make our budget, we buy 500 cars. Who we buy it from? The poor man? We buy it from the rich man. Everything. I hear somebody on our TV program today telling me about food security. First thing we have to do is start to cut out all the US. We just give it 1%. And then we go be in a good place. All right, TC. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. I want to say good afternoon to my good friend Philip Alexander. I listened to his show this morning. Very good show this morning, sir. Take a phone call. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon. So, let's take the week. Let's discuss it. While I agree that the country is in a sad state of affairs, on the aspect of the race, the way that you are putting it across, I have some concerns with it. You and I know, because I have Indian brothers and Indian sisters. And I'm going to give you a quick background. When I was going to school in primary school in Tobago, there was 2 Indian families. Darrell Mohan and his family was one. And then when I was going to high school, there was an Indian fellow who came in Form 1.
Caller, you come and give your testimony?
No, I'm going to no testimony. I'm going to get to the point with you.
Well, hurry up.
And when he gave his name Baharabdale Bagwandi, he couldn't even spell his name, right? But they have become my best friends.
And why you calling people name on the radio station to put the radio station into distribute?
Because it's okay for me to call my partner's name. But let me just tell you something. This is my Indian friend.
Well, then call your name first.
But you know what they say
hello,
about you?
Hello. Call your name first. Call your name so that I will know to send the letter for you and not this radio station.
Good.
So you call your whole name, your whole government name, because calling people name on the radio station who I don't know nothing about.
I just did not hear what. You know what they say about you? Let me tell you what they say. Because they belong to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we who want to believe and wish that it could be every creed and race could find an equal place. But let me tell you what they say about you and your partner. My Indian brothers,
hello.
They tell me, see them people
first, I want to tell you something. I don't care what people say about me.
Okay.
Why don't understand that? People say all kind of things about me. They say that like bottom African. I don't care. You know what I tell you something I care about? I care about having a better country for my children. So if you come and give me a race-based story about you went through whatever racism you went through, or whatever they call me, all I want to ask you one simple question. You believe all East Indian people are racist?
The vast majority of them are.
You believe all African people are racist? You believe all African people are racist?
I never meet one racist African in my life yet.
Well, I meet plenty. And plenty of them is PNM because they don't like their own race.
What you meet is not no racist African. What you meet is somebody I
meet racist African already. I live amongst them. They don't even like their own race.
No.
Boy, you walk on the side and rock so this already
there.
Before people call me and tell me you're on the phone too long, coming with your total shock this already evening. You have no evidence or nothing to back up what you're saying. Talking about the majority and the majority. How you know that? You do an statistics, you walk around with a pamphlet and ask everybody to sign it. Who's a racist? You do a census? Come in here with your nonsense. Not me this election season, you know. Or then come in to give me that total shock. I don't care what they say about me. 6 and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I in talk show. Not everybody going to like me. I have black people like myself hate me more than the Indian people. So I don't know who you come to tell me. It have people that see me and cause me stink and TC. You understand? But here I understand. Right? Actions speak louder than words. So when somebody call me a ninja, right? I have no problem with that. But you see action? I live in a community where I see nothing done for the last 9.5 years. Nothing. No development. It gets worse from since I small growing up. It just getting worse and worse. If that is a word, I'm going to make up that word this evening. Worse. I see it. We live in it every day. We leaving the people there every day. And coming back and seeing them there every day. No opportunities, nothing going on. And to me, what I see with my own 2 eyes and feeling in my pocket when I go in the groceries and the gas station, I fully understand that that level of racism is worse than if somebody tell me as a ninja. Taking food and bread out of my children's mouth. That systematic racism, making sure that I at the bottom of the economic ladder and I had to struggle and fight. I work 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. That's worse than if somebody call me a kobo or a monkey. So you come here to talk your dotish racist talk. Don't call back here and I see you calling. Don't call back this radio station. Don't call it back. I ain't entertaining that this evening. Call her.
Good evening, Mr. Heavy.
Yes, good evening.
2 points I want to make. You see, if the PNM they pretend to care about the people, if they raise the pension by 100 every year, the pensioners will have almost 900 already.
Correct.
But they don't even care to even show them that a little appreciation. Try to tell you so comfortable that they have chances of winning so high. And we as the people encouraging that. Secondly, that fella, Mr. Tallman, the man has made some out of the box points. I hope he keep up the good job because he's have me thinking as well. Enjoy the evening.
Yeah, thank you. Come and tell people dreams here about calling people name on the radio station like if I call close. Caller.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This afternoon, or probably I think maybe around lunchtime or midday, I heard an ad released from Stuart Young indicating that he was going to be meeting with the central bank. He's going to be meeting with the Minister of Finance and the various banks in order to deal with the Forex matter. I don't know if they deal with everybody in Trinidad is moron. I don't know. I don't think I'm a moron. You, no. 30 days, less than 30 days before election, you were there for 10 years. You were there when the main owner of foreign exchange, they shut it down, which was Petrotrin. You were there when no decisions made with respect to foreign investment. What you telling me about you going to meet? I mean, that kind of, I won't say it was that gimmickry. You're not to fool anybody. I mean, that is the lowest you could go. Less than a month to go before election, you telling me about you going and meet with them and to deal with Forex and to deal with the Forex issue, and you are aware that we have no Forex problem. So you want to just put forward a plaster and let people look at that and run with that? People, let everybody stupid. That's an election gimmick. And I mean, you could have done better than that. One other thing I want to talk about is this question with this Elon Musk business. But the people who spoke about Elon Musk and all these things, they didn't go further because you're talking about a implementation and efficiency unit. And what efficiency means? In fact, and the public servants have to be very wary of that. What it means there is that you're cutting down on staff. When you have efficiency, when you forget efficiency, to get to efficiency, you have to deal with costs. And one of the costs in terms of maintaining and running the public service is salaries and wages to public officers and laborers within the various ministries. What it entails also using ICT information, in fact, communications, information and communication technology, using those things with respect to tax payment, and they already started it. So public servants have to be wary with these people, what they are going to do, because again, they're strapped for cash. They're strapped for money. They don't have any money. The country don't have any money, and they're going to lick up all you. That is what it is about. This is because I'm saying once in Trinidad and Tobago it has been tested and tried and proven. Once you have efficient members of parliament, competent ministers, you get the job done. You saw it with Annie Roberts. I'm not really a true fan of him, but the fact remains he was efficient. In less than 5 days, he was able to put on this cycling thing, the aquatic center, all kind of things, this lawn tennis business, all these things he was able to do, and he was quite efficient about it. You had Jack Warner, they didn't have to use that. You had all these people, Rambachan. You had people like Gopi Singh, and the next guy they call who died now, Dikoto. They were efficient. You don't need that. But the fact remains is that, and what is very important, the people who are telling them all the time they have nothing to show. And what if you listen to his statement? He said the reason why we didn't get anything done is because things get stuck here, and we can't get things done. So we establishing this thing to speed up the whole thing to get things done. That is just an excuse. That's just to put it to say, well, look, listen, we establishing that because we weren't able to get things done. We have nothing to show. It is because of the tardiness or the bureaucracy. So what we're doing, we put in this. No, all the facts remain. You have incompetence. You have Shamfa. You have Ayana. You had Hines. All of them were decrepit. We know, and we live in Trinidad here. We know they were totally inefficient. We know that they were not up to the task. So look, we had in there, today the economy is total shambles. That is what we're talking about. What you need is competent people, and what they are trying to do now is to lick up the public service. And the public servants have to be very wary about that. And they have to take it seriously. Thank you.
I want to say thank you so much, Mr. West. Thank you so much. And I want to start by saying good afternoon to all of Trinidad and Tobago, and of course my co-host, Heavy Duty.
Yes.
All right, I was listening coming down in the car, and I can't even understand how black people in this country could still try playing the race card.
You telling me?
As if they have no shame. After a man was chosen for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the Black Party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is now, and I want to choose my words carefully.
Yes, use your words carefully.
Yeah. Who now wants to show that they are a all-inclusive party. Because a man who is closer looking to an Indian,
mm-hmm.
closer in resemblance to an Indian than a black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never say he's an Indian. I want you to listen to me carefully, Heavy. He's closer
looking
in resemblance to an Indian than a black man was forced down your throat. And you comfortable with that. And you came on international radio to say you know that Indian people, the majority of them is racial.
Yeah. That you come
and you have never met
a racial
black man. When I heard that, I hope that you don't have children. But I want to say thanks to the Aranguez St. Joseph constituency,
mm-hmm.
right, for having us over the weekend and for putting me out of my comfort zone and being or doing commentary in a cricket match,
yeah.
right, for the first time in my life, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I wanna big up Mumfies.
Yeah, gotta big up Mumfies.
I have to big up Mumfies first and foremost, because Mumfies give myself and a Heavy Duty the opportunity to meet a lot of people that we never met in our life.
Yeah.
And I want to say a special good afternoon to Mr. Devish Maharaj, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of the UNC.
The candidate.
The candidate that is going up for that seat there.
West St. Joseph.
Right, for Aranguez St. Joseph. That man, energy,
yep,
is overwhelming,
mm-hmm.
humble, loving. That man should be the next MP for Aranguez St. Joseph.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. The man making it the business to walk around and shake everybody hand.
And to chill. Not just shake, to chill, to lime, to just be a part of everybody. And it's no pretend thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? The man is so outgoing, so full of his of good energy, you know. And I hope you understand what some of you would not understand when I say what is good energy, right? To Mr. Devish Maharaj, I wish you the best on April 28th, and I know you're gonna capture that.
Yeah.
You understand? That's a marginal, and if you continue just how you are going there,
mm-hmm.
you are going to be the winner of that seat.
Yes, yes. He's going to be the next MP.
You're going to be the next MP for there.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you this. Don't put in the work now.
put in the work after you win. So you will never have to move from there again.
Correct.
And if you remain as you are going to be very successful. I have never met this man before Friday. I met him on the first Friday, on the first for the first time on Friday, officially. But by Sunday, you see, the man, it was Mama Guy and laugh and talk and old talk and, you know, and he's very open, very open, very open. So to the entire team that is working around Mr. Devish Maharaj, I want to say much love and respect going out to you and all the people of Arangwes and Esikoro and environs and Sawan Bata who was coming up to us.
And all the people we met and say,
yes, to the cricket commentator and all who is a very, but that man is a professional.
Yeah, boy, he's
I was struggling, but that man is great. I know he's listening as well. I want to say good afternoon to him, to everybody who we met over the weekend here. Love and respect going out to you all.
Definitely.
Arangwes had real love over the weekend. And this is the first time I did something like this, right? Heavy turn cricket commentator, man.
Yeah, man. You did well, you did well.
I did well.
Yeah, you did well.
Yeah, you know, but nevertheless, I want to thank everybody for that love and respect, all right? As I told you all, I'm not here to run down loose ball for these next few weeks here. I want to take all you back today to property tax. Right? And I want to remind you all where the property tax started. Who did they tax first?
Okay.
When we were saying to them, if you're going to start with property tax, why not start with the people who is making money off of their property? You have big business places.
Commercial. Commercial.
You understand?
And
industrial.
And industrial.
Yeah. Why not start there where they have their massive pieces of properties?
Yeah.
And they're actually making money off of their property, right? So you can now get real money.
Correct.
And people call us and cost us here to run and pay the property tax, right? They call us and cost us to run
and pay the property
pay a property tax for your home where you're making no money. For your house that you make no money off of.
Yeah.
You,
all of a sudden, your house has rental value.
Yeah.
Your house has rental value and you are no tenant.
Thank you. So they convince you that they must start with you first.
Yeah. Yeah.
They must start with residential first.
Residential first. Not commercial, not industrial.
Right. Did they ever reach to commercial?
Nope.
Did they ever reach to industrial?
Nope.
Where did property tax go after?
Nowhere else.
Getting residential money.
Nowhere else.
The people of Lavantil, the people of here and there and the East-West corridor, right? Where did the property tax go after that?
Not a place.
So and now that Parliament is dissolved, is it going to go anywhere from here, V?
That's why we have to vote to the UNC, so that Kamala promised to repeal the property tax.
Heavy. So they save the tail of the people.
Correct. From not paying property tax.
From not paying property tax. And they collected millions from you.
Correct.
The lower end of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And you were comfortable. running down, right?
Running and paying.
And paying property tax. And didn't even understand what were you really paying for. They just give you a cock and bull story and tell you this is where what you're gonna pay for, and this is why you're paying it, and you run and you pay it. And after that, you heard nothing.
You're selling a dream.
Round 2 of property tax was supposed to go up to either commercial or industrial, and I think it was commercial, right? Where did that go, Heavy?
They dare not go to tax their finances. That's what they want to do.
Oh.
They dare not tax the finances. They tax the poor people.
Oh.
Talk tax the average man.
And I would like that same man who called just now.
Nah, he's
and trying to raise bait. Yeah. Right? While, anyhow, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I'll hold my tongue. Right? Tell us why did they start with you and they didn't continue. If they love you so much, they'll take good care of you. Tell us why. And these are the kind of discussions I want to have heading down to the 2025 election. You understand?
Yeah.
I want you to tell us why the property tax never reached commercial and industrial properties.
You want me to tell you? What do people tell you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Right. Do you understand that you and many of the people in the country are considered to be property? You answer me that question and let me dialogue. Yes or no? Do you know that?
If you are property, then that's you. Don't ask me foolishness.
Okay, it is not foolishness.
That is foolishness.
Let me tell you. Oh God, let me tell you why it's not foolishness.
You go ahead.
Good.
And I'm speaking, don't try to divulge my conversation by speaking about...
I am not.
I'm speaking about property tax here, right? So don't try to divulge my conversation with that illiterate kind of conversation that you're coming with, right? Do not try to carry me down a different road. Don't try to do me that. I will cut you off. I am speaking here about property tax.
I am here to be constructive. We are grown men.
No, don't do me that. You're not carrying me down that road. You're going to try to carry me down a rabbit hole when I have personal property, so I just pay property tax every time I go to the grocery and every time I go and pay gas.
And because you have a boat paper, it becomes property of
trade. Don't call me that. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about the PNM property tax that all you told me about. Don't carry me down the rabbit hole. I'm not going down that road with you. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Ready, good.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
I call on behalf of this. There is the Pension Act was already settled by Kamala Prasad, the setter, when she was in office, by carrying the bill to the parliament and increasing the pension, number one, and then also she moved from a grant to a pension. They say with anything dealing with a grant has to be like a favor. But overall, you are 65 years and over. You're entitled for a pension until you die. If it's 30, 40 years, how much it is. Right? So have a copy here, Act number 6 of 2010. I'd like you all to get a copy of that from the government printry. And that's giving you the information that I have given you. So I'm not speaking off of my head. I'm speaking about a document right in front of you. Act number 6 of 2010, which this set was settled, which is the settled from a grant to a pension, and also increased to $500. Right. So that's what I was saying. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Don't try to carry me down the rabbit hole this evening like if you're bright. You understand? Talking about Isaac property. You understand? You must really feel like you will catch me them kind of foolishness. I have this voice note. I'll play this voice note and then we'll head to the Royal Castle meal tip, all right?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Heavy. Good afternoon, TC. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I want to tell Big Belly Pastor Google and Rohan Sinanan, that bait you put out there, that racist bait you put out in the public day. We ain't falling for that, you know, Rohan Sinanan and Big Belly Google. We ain't falling for that. Here we're on Trinidad and Tobago. This election is about race, you know. This election is about 10 years. 10 years of torture and torment. That's what this election is about. Think about public servants, 4%, and the man going home with 47%. Think about your roads. and all the PA drivers and the A drivers and them, and they had to fix every money you had to go by the mechanic and fix something when that money could be going towards your family. Think about the high food prices when you realize you reach by the cashier and you have to put back food, you have to put back stuff, and the children watching you, right? That is what this election is about. Incompetency and inefficiency. Hello, Trinidad and Tobago. Fire, burn PNM. PNM have to go. We don't want no Stuart Young. We don't want no PNM. We don't no part of no PNM. Or to vote them out come April the 20th, 2025. And remember, Trinidad and Tobago, all the PNM sycophants, share the live in 2025.
Share the live, love and respect. Royal Castle.
Meal tip
is up next.
This meal tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
Here's another meal tip from Royal Castle. Going to the beach? Heading to the river? Or perhaps having a get-together at home? Take the hassle out of the lime, pop into a Royal Castle, and pick up the mega meal. Get 12 tasty pieces of chicken with flavor to the bone, together with 6 regular sides. Mix them up with your choice of fries, coleslaw, potato, or fresh salad, plus an 2-liter soft drink. Let us handle the cooking while you focus on a good time with your crew. So pick up a mega meal or 2 from Royal Castle. It's our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
So, people, we're going to play some videos before we go back to the lines, right? Take a listen to this, right? From Dr. Uda Munila. Let's take a listen.
Do you know the Northwest Regional Health Authority? For the last 6 months, they boasting, we building the central block, hospital bed, administration center, UNC didn't want to do it. We building, man. You know what they went and do? They went and rent a building opposite the Northwest in Port of Spain, a place called Dare Street, D-E-R-E, if that's the right pronunciation. Dare Street. They rent that building on your screen there. They're building a central block, huh? Right? Watch the gimmickry. They rent that building for $400,000 per month. And we come into the owner. $400,000 they rent that building per month. That is a private building. It is for the Northwest Regional Health Authority, who boasting that they're building the central block. Here the next one, that is a private building. Do you know the government, well, the Northwest Regional Authority, which is government, paid $15 million to outfit a private building? So that building belongs to someone else. The government paid $15 million to outfit it. They will pay $100,000 a month extra for maintenance and $400,000 in rent. That is $500,000 a month. That is where taxpayers' money going. That is why they want to cut pension, take away the people pension. Do not give people pension because you have a little thing in the bank you save after all your life. You save $25,000 for your whole life. And they want to deny you pension to pay for that building. That is what they are up to. Tonight we call upon the Northwest Regional Health Authority to come clean and tell us who owns that building. And if they fail to tell you who owns the building, I will tell you who owns the building. Tell us who owned that building and whether the owners had anything to do with the construction of Balize House. You see what happened there? You rent a building. Who owned it? We don't know. Well, we know, but we're not willing to tell yet. And you don't know what other role they play. Who are they? $400,000 per month. And that is a scandal of the highest order. While they're boasting about Central Block and so on. That is what they're doing.
Oh, so you have a next video to play? Take a listen to this one.
As of this morning, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has announced they're putting a secondary sanction on Venezuela for violations that Venezuela is guilty of. And that any country that violates these sanctions and does any oil or gas business with Venezuela or Maduro, that country would suffer 25% tariffs on any and all business that they do with the United States of America. 80% of everything we consume comes from the United States of America. The follow-on increases in prices will mean a hyperinflation to our economy between 50 and 60%. Now, what exactly does Stuart Lionel Young think he is going to do with Rubio? Bully him? They have nothing Rubio or Trump needs from Rowley or Young. So what exactly is that meeting for? Is Rubio humoring him? What exactly are you going to meet to beg him for dragon gas? They're going to tell you no. They're giving Maduro and Venezuela no wiggle room. Or is this just an election gimmick? Trying to fool your supporters into believing at some point we're going to be getting dragon gas. I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something this morning. Until there is regime change in Venezuela, the United States of America is going to continue to blockade that country's oil and gas, and Trinidad has no hope of doing any business in that dragon gas field. Do not let them fool you.
Right. A heap of information there, always trying to give you the information as we get it, as harsh as it may be.
Yep.
Right?
So Donald Trump has sent a secondary sanction on Venezuela.
Yeah.
And is saying that any country that buys oil or gas or anything there from Venezuela,
further 10%.
they will get a 25% tariff tax.
25%
on
tariff.
anything coming from the United States of America. Our food bill is 80% coming from America. 80% of our imports that we buy here, right, food-wise. What I am saying, TC, right, the gas that we getting to put in the car, where we getting it from? I'm asking the question, seeing that our refinery is closed down. The gas that we getting, we know where we getting it from?
Yeah. Who we buying that from right now?
Okay. That is the 25% question right now that America, we want to know where we getting that gas from. Because it's alleged that we have a pipe running from here to Venezuela getting gas, and we pay for it in the US. It's alleged.
That is why we can have.
Correct.
Let's head to the phone lines and hear from Trinidad and Tobago. You know the numbers? 342-0081, 342-0081, and 4665391. We have some voice notes as well, but let me take the phone calls first. Hi, good afternoon, welcome. Caller, good afternoon.
Caller.
That caller hang up. Caller, good afternoon.
Gentlemen, if you look in the Google, it will show.
I don't want to hear you. I being honest with you, I don't want to hear you. Because you come in here to set a dotishness this afternoon. You can't stick to conversation, right? Because you want to choke your own fire. I don't want to hear you. This here, you see these few weeks coming here, if you not walking the straight and narrow, I will cut you off. And that is just what it is. Right? Walk the straight and narrow and let's have meaningful conversation. Otherwise, do not call. You understand? That is what it is. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hey, TC Heavy. Good afternoon. Full respect as usual, fellas.
Full respect.
Full respect. I agree with your mindset again. We focus. I just want to touch briefly the caller right before the caller who tried to change Heavy's motion. He raised an idea in my mind. Now is a great opportunity for the PNM government to remind us and tell us, let us have a press conference. Nothing difficult. We have seen press conferences before, conversations with the Prime Minister. Please afford us the opportunity as citizens to remember. There has been a lot of talk, a lot of saying. Just remind us, tell us all the great things you all have done for us as a country.
Yeah.
Refresh our mind.
I like that.
Yeah, man. And just in terms of the mindset, Paul, stay focused. We don't have, I don't even know how to spell anything else. I all about country and betterment. Keep up the great work, fellas.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Keep a press conference and tell us all the great things that you do for the last 10 years. Who us to vote? Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
A human is not a person, and a person is not a human. And I want you all to learn something that you all do not know. I am telling you that you need to understand that a human is not a person, and a person is not a human. And if you look at the way that the tax ordinance is written,
I want you to
hold
on 1 second, because if you realize,
so go and Google that right now.
Hold on, caller. If you realize, I know your number and I continue to answer because I want you to understand this. You cannot carry the conversation where you want it to go. If you are, and I'm going to tell you again live on air, if you are not going with the conversation that we are having, please just listen and do not call, because you cannot control the conversation. Listen to me carefully, caller. You cannot control the conversation that goes on here. We have our topics. We are going to stick to topics. And if you are not doing that, I am not going to take your call after now, okay? Respectively, all right?
I am sticking to the topic.
That is not the topic that we are speaking about.
Hold on. You asked me the question about the tax. Didn't you ask me a tax question?
Yes, and I'm asking you about the property tax, right?
Yes.
That's implemented by the government to pay for your personal property, for your house. Don't tell me anything about FIM property or anything like that. I am not speaking about that. I am speaking about the property tax that the government send people out to survey and had you go to inland revenue and pay. That is what I'm speaking about. And if you're not speaking about that, do not call back. Okay?
Father in heaven, I'm trying to teach these two individuals.
I know what you
and you're behaving so hard-headed. I just told you something that you don't know and that you need to know. A human is not a person because you...
Don't call back. Don't call back. That's the end of it there for you. I will not take your call anymore. That's the end of it there. I'm not doing that.
Something wrong with these people, boy. Wow.
You understand? That's it for you.
That man calling so long, hard to get into that. What he calling so long to come and say again?
Yeah.
Tell him if you want to go in a school, go and lecture somebody, will you come and teach these people here? We not for that.
Come and pay and get your own show here.
That's
come and get your show.
Come and pay and get your hour here to talk all you want to talk.
Anyways, fellas, I agree with what our previous caller said, boy. You need to come, hold a conference and tell us all the good things to do. Because right now, it's not looking good at all.
Thank you.
And it's sad that I didn't think they're promising anything. I guess the supporters just be content with very little to nothing, because when you talk about our ministry or efficiency or some kind of nonsense, I want things to improve my quality of life.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing. It's something selfish, but I reach through now. Because I'm paying more at the pump, I'm paying more in all the groceries. I'm not getting through with simple things. Sometimes I go in the ministry, I'll come back. I want things to improve my quality of life, and I ain't hearing that from them, so I don't know. But the supporters, I guess anything that's true,
they'll take it around. They talk about property tax, as they say. The rent paid. They talk about how the government need more money to do more things. But I know they get some money, right? They get some to collect some. What are they doing to it? Like how it impact our quality of life.
Yeah.
They're only telling me I have to start buying these kind of things that you can't feel, you can't touch, you can't see it, you can't feel it. But they're telling you, well, yeah, thing behind the scene now.
Yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah.
be fine with that. And then the supporters and fanatics will come and just echo it to song intelligence. But the thing that's song intelligence, right?
And it's not working. As you said, as you rightfully said, you want things as any other citizen of Trinidad and Tobago to impact your life,
my quality of life,
your quality of life, your parents, your children, the people in your community. That is what you want.
And you see how they get that, then this Prime Minister, the ex-Prime Minister who set up himself nice and gone.
You know, nobody
and
looking at him. He improved the quality of his life.
In a major way.
Thank you.
Correct.
Right? And they find what that quite hearing big people, most of the time it's old people, talking about, well, the Prime Minister making less than people in private. Well, a damn problem because you know what it was you're signing up for.
You cannot put the Prime Minister's salary against a person who owns a conglomerate.
Correct.
Or a CEO of a group of companies. You cannot put his salary next to that.
Yeah, that would want to come back.
Right?
But aside from that,
he's serving.
To me, yeah, correct. No, but aside from that, you know what the position entails. And you wanted it, you prayed for it, you begged me to vote for it, for it to get, and all of a sudden now it's not enough. That is BS. Because all of them want it so bad because they know what they could benefit from. And their life does improve in a major way. And he makes sure his life improve exponentially. Right? And he's still a political leader, so guess what? He's still going to be calling these shots from behind the seat. Right? So that's a good one.
Yeah, man. You know, before I take another call, I heard a speech from our present Prime Minister asking Trinidad and Tobago, right, to give him the opportunity of another 5 years. Right?
Right.
In the humblest of manner. And I say to myself, look how foolish we really are.
Correct.
Think about it. When they actually, the day after, or mere weeks after, a general election in this country, that humble person that came and asked you for your vote, came in the humblest manner, in the most loving way.
Correct.
It's like a halo over their head.
Yeah.
Begging you. That's the only time they beg you. Or they show their sweet side.
Yep.
So you can elect them to then bully you after.
Correct.
To then tell you that my job is not to see about you. My job in this country, right, is not to carry down the murder rate. It's not to secure the lives of the citizens.
Nope.
My job is not that. To tell you all I hear is yeah. Every morning I get up. They humbly beg you for your vote.
Yep.
To raise their own money.
Correct.
And tell you, if I give you any more, I'll send some of all your home.
Correct.
In the nicest way. And as Keep It Real say, keep it real. You always make valid contributions. Yeah, but you see that contribution I make today? In this country, the easiest thing for a certain government to do is to hold a press conference. Because they have been holding press conference.
Long time. It's not a time for COVID. Every day is a press conference.
Every day is a press conference. And off late, before they dissolve parliament, it's press conference this and press conference that and press conference.
Or the press conference is still light here, you know.
So, hear what? Keep a press conference, invite all the media, and be bossy about it. Tell us what you did for the last 9.5 years to make us want to dip our finger for you. Tell us. Roll it out. Give us the long list.
Never.
Come out and tell us, hey, look what we do. Because I could remember when the UNC lost the last election, they was telling us, you know. I'll see you all in the last hour.
So people, I'm out.
Until tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, Heavy has to head down the road, so until tomorrow, Heavy, right?
Yeah.
Help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
This election is about putting people in office who will seek your interest. It isn't about power or titles. It's about people who will get the job done. The UNC has never wavered in fighting the good fight for the dream that is Trinidad and Tobago. Because after all the noise and the smoke has cleared, in your quiet moments, you want what's best for yourself, your family, and your country.
When we win, everybody wins.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago. Scarborough, Pigeon Point, everybody come out. Let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's going to be a crazy... Man, you see that I can't take with all you? All right, let me do this. Listen, it's not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cachet stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant in the Lounge Plantation, Jenny's on the Boulevard, all E-Clip Eli locations, and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cachet, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
I want to wish you the best of luck. You're a fighter. And I know side by side in the coalition of interest, steps will help us fix it.
Indeed, thank you for that endorsement.
This Saturday, 22nd March, all roads lead to the PEP mass rally at our St. Joseph office, Bamboo number 1. Come hear our powerful lineup of speakers, including yours truly, deliver the blueprint for rescuing our country. There'll be bouncy castles and face painting for the kids, and good food and drinks galore. Family activities start at 2 p.m. and the political meeting starts at 5. Bring the whole family and come. We stand united. Together, we will fix it.
You're occupying a home. I need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace. So secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
please. Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m., where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Let's praise Him, let's praise Him. Let's give God the praise. Let's praise Him, let's praise Him. Let's give God the praise. Let's praise Him, let's praise Him. Let's give God the praise. Let's give God the praise. Father God, we love you, and we know you love us too. God, we beg you for forgiveness for the wrong things that we do. God, we need your intervention. Too much evil in this land. In this land, in this land. Every day my people killing, shooting, fussing, fighting. God, we need your helping hand. God, that's flowing like a river through this land. Too much murders in this land. Flowing like a river through this land. God, we need your helping hand. Father God, we need your helping hand. But flowing like a river. Like a river. Let us give God praise. Get on your knees and when we start to God will hear from us and heal this whole country. Give God praise. Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Let's give God praise. Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Put up your hands and sing now, sing now. Glory. Hallelujah. Let's give God praise. Hallelujah. Glory. Hallelujah. Almighty God, we need you. There's no other God but you. You're protective and providing. We put faith and trust in you. God, blood is flowing like a river. Crime and murders every day. Every day, every day. God, you're the only solution. That is why we kneel and pray. God, blood flowing like a river through this land. Too from us and heal this whole country. Give God praise.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Good afternoon, Heavy and TC, and to everybody out here. You know, they boast so much about the PNM education, and yet they're coming to tell us, that land and building taxes was more than property tax. Or you ever hear more nonsense than that? You put a rental value on my property, my house, that I work hard and build with my husband, and coming out to tell me I have to pay a percentage of that to you to stay in my house? And these PNM crayfish posse coming to tell me land and building taxes was more than property tax? But you see, why they did not touch commercial? How many of their PNMite friends, family and financiers have big commercial buildings? That is where the money was coming in. So don't come and tell me that those people have property as well. Because that property tax that they will be paying, the rich will be paying, is nothing compared to what we would have gotten from the commercial buildings. Because the UNC was going to start, the partnership government was going to start with industrial, then commercial, and then property. So they can spend their lives how much they want. We know the truth out here. Thanks a lot, guys.
PNM caller, you're calling by Heavy and TC to diss them. But this is how you were singing when he was calling the show just now, boy. Go and brace somewhere. Think about your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and your great-great-grandchildren. The debt that they put them in, that they have to work the rest of their lives to pay out, while they going home with a happy, fat paycheck.
Good afternoon again, Heavy and TC, and all the listeners of the #1 talk show in the evening. This election is not about race and Indian and Negro, this and that and the other. This election is so important that, people don't realize how important it is. We cannot afford to get sanctions from America. That will destroy the country. It will be total poverty in the country. If only never do nothing else, do not vote that party back in. Do not vote that party back in. Well, it's crap or smoke all the pipe in Trinidad.
Well, look at that. All you have a big hospital with all that space. All you talk about, all you're doing renovation. All you can't pay nurses the money. People can't get the prescription. But all you have money to rent place for 400,000 a month. Didn't see all the evil?
Yeah, loving your house, TC, loving your house, Heavy. Loving your house, Trinidad and Tobago. TC, I had the question for the decade here to ask here, you, Heavy, everybody. Because me studying them people who talk in the race, talking to me, no time on that. I just like you, TC. But here, this question. This is for all these people who come up with a third party. I just call them PNM agents. Here why? TC, if you is the leader of one of them third party, and you're only contesting like 10 seat, 14 seat, and I is a supporter of your party. And when it's the day of election, nobody representing me in my constituency. What I is to do on that day? I want all these third-party leaders to answer this question. And when you answer it to TC, it's something simple. I am a supporter of your party, is your party, and you have no MP in my constituency for me to vote on when election come. What I supposed to do on that day? That is why I want all these leaders to tell me. Or they feel people sleeping out here, what? Or they making no sense with no third party, but you know, it's one way, one how to get rid of this man. It's a vote for the UNC, all they know that. That's all they don't want to get rid of he. How come what are contesting? What are contesting? I want to answer me that question, TC. I wish you can answer me that today, because it might take days, you know. And as a woman I hear ask that question, I held that. If election day come as I is your supporter and you know nobody representing me in my constituency, what I is to do on that day? Don't vote. Vote for the opposition. You have to direct your supporters what to do on that day, you know. Come on. They pack up them third party now, man. They don't know, they can't obstruct this, you know. Yellow is the code, you know. Minimum arguing again and mean thing, and it's up to people. It's up to the right thinking people. God and all could name save everybody. Some of them hard was to go. The devil I worship us, all they know that. Don't let that bamboos all there, right? Love in your house.
When the house respect and manners with that question. Because that there, today, the conversations is going directly where I want it to go for the next few weeks. I want to unlock that part of your brain that we have not been accessing, that we have not been using, and go deep and ask those deep questions. You see like that? And keep it real. These are the thoughts I want. Because we cannot continue to live as a PNM till I dead. Because you're dead. Sooner than later. We cannot live, this is a PNM house. We cannot continue to live selfish and being soldiers of the crumbs. We have to now start to see and value ourselves, that we deserve a piece of the pie and not the crumbs. You're a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. You're begging for nothing. The only time begging does happen is now. Between now and the 20th, they beg you for your finger. They plead with you for your finger. And they fool you for your finger. And after that, they turn around. Tell you, they all now they're telling you, give them that job. Nobody that you give a job to turns around to be a boss. Think about what I'm telling you here. There is nobody that you give a job to. You hired them. You. And if you're hiring them, obviously, it's you paying them. Right? And then they turn around to be a boss. Right now, they're asking for the job. They are being interviewed by you. You are sitting on the side of the table where you're the boss. If you don't understand that. And they're coming for the job. And they are being on time. If you tell them, this is the only time if you tell them, I need you here by 8 o'clock, they're here 7:45. Those ministers and prime minister, you tell them, I need you here by 8 o'clock. Call them now for an interview. You could get them on the phone because they want to speak to you. But call them April, May. You can't get them, they're too busy. But call them now for an interview. If you call them now, I guarantee you're going to get them on air to answer all the questions that they want, that you want them to answer. Call them before, last year, year before, you can't get them. You call them live on air right here, you can't get them. But they want to be interviewed now for that job. So if you tell them, listen, I need you to be here for 8 o'clock, 6:30, they're sitting waiting for you. You understand? Because they understand that they are coming to you to get the job. How could they turn around after and be a boss? You think about it. Unlock that part of your mind that you wasn't using all the time. You understand? And now, think, when you give them that job, you have the right to tell them when they are doing foolishness, like myself, because I give them the job twice. And I have the opportunity, and if you don't like me for that and you are telling people, don't bring TC when you're coming, no problem with that. Because I am telling you, I have the right to say to you, I hired you. I dip my finger in the ink for you. And I have a right to tell you, listen, you're coming to work late. You're not doing the job. You're sitting on the work. You're sleeping. When I ask you about this, you don't want to answer. All of a sudden, you tell my boss, who the hell is you to ask me that? Who the hell is you to tell me that I coming to work late? That's how it works. All have to be crazy in this country. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon, TC, and good afternoon to your listeners. Love in the House asks a really mind-challenging question, eh? But it had our next caller who spoke about people speaking about what politicians would have made if they were in private. Well, let them go private, Ras. Let them go private. That is my same sentiment, because if we pay all this money along with the new increase that all you're going to receive, we don't mind if our lives are being improved in some way. I don't know, but you see, some persons do not want anything more than the government that they support to be in power.
And that's it, that is it. So you don't want better living.
If they don't want that, they're not interested in that, TC.
Wow.
That is just where the politicians have them right now. Because if what Mr. Munila is saying is true, we paying $400,000 in rent a month.
Yeah.
Plus we outfitting a building that is not our own for $13 million. You could build the building.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And on top of that, before I even vote, if I was a PNM supporter, here what I want all to tell me. Who is the public servant that's slipping that clause under all your nose? Because better all you put them in the cabinet. If they could slip that in under all your nose throughout that whole rigorous process, that the minister could stand up defending the clause, and then afterwards the Attorney General come and take full responsibility without identifying who is the person who tried to pull this one on the taxpayers. That if you have $25,000 in savings or however they put it, income or whatever, you cannot qualify. So how come they qualify for this increase after they done experiencing all these perks? How come they qualify for this increase that Dr. Ali said was good work with $1 million back pay he getting and the double-digit increase? How come they qualify for that when other persons were hearing all kind of different narratives from the same government? Why they had to go through the hardships? Why we had to remove subsidy and all? They can't enjoy that subsidy, you know, but we have to enjoy the perks still. We have to enjoy this good work from the Salary Reviews Commission. People have to be ridiculous in this country. I mean, if you're so disgusted by Kamala, then you're supposed to be equally disgusted by what Dr. Rowley and them have done also. Because up to now, after spending all that money to take the case all the way to the Privy Council and still lose, you ain't take nothing from the Privy Council where you pay to go and hear them tell you, if all is serious in Trinidad, investigate all the parties involved. Don't just pick out the Auditor General and the Finance Minister choosing a team to investigate her. No. Let us come to the table. This is the matter. You involve. Where you have to say, bring all the documents to support what you're saying. The woman said, call a member, call her on a personal phone, asking her to help the government. Since when that is the work of our Auditor General? And because it's PNM do it, it's your party, is okay. But if Kamala do it, you hear it from 2010 up to all now.
Yeah.
This next election that the campaigning
Yeah.
for.
And when they told us,
It's
when they
still
told
about
us,
the-
when
it's
they
still about
asked us to
being the
dismantle to
opposition.
fix it, Chris, they fought that election on the mantle that we will fix it. They didn't say they'll make excuse about it. They didn't say that here what? We will go there and then we will tell you that they did damage and we will not fix it. And they told us, give us the opportunity to fix it. And Chris.
But they know not everybody like me and you who will be not afraid to speak truth to the power, because when they come to campaign on crime now, you're supposed to tell them and all you say all you is not all your fault, all you can't think is the police, take everything to the police. So what all you come into Mama Guy and use crime as a campaign tool for?
Yeah.
Right? All these things what all they talk about Kamala and make allegations before and all they in address it, the police in address it, you're coming back again with it now in 2025.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be sufficient for the population. Only talking about racial things, right? But the people in power, look at how they choose to address it. Look at how they choose to address it. The girl in the medical field, she was disciplined. What about the Avina Saw, the next doctor? Was he ever disciplined in like manner like the African girl? No. All thanks to Mr. Dial Singh. Look at the statement the Minister of Education make when the boy from foreign was tampering with some plane or thieving some plane or something. But mental issues is real, but only for certain people.
Yeah. Only for
when
certain
it is
people.
convenient, all they want to highlight issues, the PNM activists and them highlight the fact that all they in power have the power to discipline an East Indian doctor who clearly displayed racist remarks. But the only person that was disciplined under all your government was the African girl.
Yeah.
That making sense?
Yeah.
All there were points for that.
That she had to be in the market selling. She had to be in the market selling. You understand?
Yeah, she obliged just like how Avinash gave me blind. But no, it's different strokes for different folks.
Thank you.
So I want to know who is the public servant that putting that clause under all your nose. And I want to know if all they intend to find out what really transpired between the Auditor General and the Ministry of Finance, or if it's that the Auditor General win her case and that is the end of the show. Or they're not interested
They're not interested. They are not interested in anything going forward here. Going forward here for the next few weeks, all they care about is kissing baby and convincing you that red is the way to go, right? Because we're going to take you forward. How? And they can't tell you how, they cannot tell you how.
We have plans.
Right?
We have plans.
Yeah.
Everybody always have plans.
You always have plans.
Everybody always have plans. We need to see results.
Thank you.
I could remember the Pepsi sign was only pitched because of a minister like Jack Warner, right? With a work ethic like Jack Warner. Is yes, people asking for the Pepsi sign to pitch, they coming down into Never Dirty. Only when Jack Warner took up the portfolio is when you start to see that type of activity. All you could say what all you want about the man. He showed up the shortcomings of all the ministers, and it is the same thing being done right now by Foster Cummins, because he is outshining all the other ministers in their ministry. Because everywhere you go, somebody in all over the country talking about the help they get from Foster Cummins and his ministry. That's why when he was on the program, I asked him if he could share some of his tactics with his other ministers. But you know, Pastor World don't allow you to go up there for too long. So,
all right, Chris.
You get it click quick.
Yeah, man. Love and respect. I like that. I like that. And as I said, this for the next few weeks, we unlocking that part of the brain that we haven't accessed for a while. We are only talking the higher level of conversation here heading into this general election. No loose talk, no madness, nobody's going to defer me. When we speak here, we speaking the higher level, not the normal. We going up a level again of conversation. You understand? We want the intelligent conversation. Good evening, caller.
Good evening to you, TC.
Hey, what's
good
up,
evening
brother?
to Trinidad and Tobago again. I cool, my brother. And I want to say great contribution from Chris.
Yeah.
When he showed the example of how the PNM just deal with their own, and I made a contribution earlier to talk about racism and who don't like black and African people in the PNM. And that was a perfect example, Chris, because the African doctor, right, still, after she spent all them thousands of dollars for education, it wasn't free, it wasn't PNM free education, she had to pay. And when done, somebody who was higher than the bald-head black man who say he was the leader, right, who we taught, because when he tell me Petrochin was staying open, again another example, and I see a man who looked like he had a little white in him come and say, all going home.
All.
And I sit down to myself, Trinidad and Tobago, and I say, but my Prime Minister, we vote for who I thought was the leader, who I think had more power than the president. I think that my Prime Minister, and if the Prime Minister and the President had the highest power in the land, and a man could come on top of he who look little Syrian and say all going home, and my Prime Minister, who I thought had power, put his tail between the leg and close down Petrochin, make me to know that we had been fooled. We had been fooled for 56 years because we is not in control, and it's on time we people wake up and stand up and say, we will take control. It's the only time they will never trick us like that again. Perfect example, Chris. The black doctor, law she work, under the PNM, and I know if the UNC was there, they would have given she a blind. The UNC would have not fired her. Kamala Pusad says, who see a woman tiffin in a grocery, and the next day could have give a baby grant, would have never fired the black girl. Trinidad and Tobago, no is enough is enough. Get rid of the PNM. Stuart Young Key has saved it. We voted UNC and we yellow and ready. I go.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Good afternoon, Tisha and Heavy. That man really say a person is not human. But you really have some totish PNM callers out.
Yeah.
Oh, therefore, Lord have mercy. Them extra dotish.
Lord have mercy. Caller, good evening, welcome.
Heavy and PT,
yes,
good
sir.
evening.
Good evening.
Listener, you started this program with the gospel truth, boy. You make me double proud as a black man how you start this program this afternoon. I don't want to be too long. This is Malcolm X.
Yeah, Malcolm X, you go ahead, man.
I hear Google talking and playing with Camilla tell Regis about she have a Indian name as she ancestors. I want to ask all African
they still doing that?
Listen, that way the man playing that over and over, but let me don't get carried away with that. But what I want to ask people, when Unjak was in power and everybody was changing the name under Njak, the same African people was mamagaing one another and say, here he name Matangadata, here he name Chifu Pulumu. We was laughing at we own selves. So with Camilla say was a blessing in disguise. Because Regis and a lot of we still have a colonial master name. And the people who paying for these people to call in, to keep we down and mash we up. How much 1% children is here calling in all them program and them? Boy, this morning, I hear two programs, one by Abu Bakr and one by this next man. Oh God, you know, I don't listen to them so much, but I think he have a party. But this morning, when that man was talking about the people who bringing in the drugs and the people who doing this and who they get rid of and what, Trinidad and Tobago, let me stop be small-minded and stop letting these people, these slave master children, play with the mind. We have to vote UNT and get rid of them. It's them, is the 1% and them. They never finance NJAP, they never finance here. They always finance PNM. So you dig who is the enemy. All you make sure when all you're voting, do not put the slave master grandchildren And these Chinese now to come and put you in bondage. All you can hear, all you go feel it harder, you know, because Chinese don't donate nothing. They don't give no heart transplant. They don't make no contribution. Besides, everything is them. They eat their own food. They eat their own dog. They eat their own everything, you know. All you have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Malcolm X, for your contribution this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Yes, so good afternoon to you, Heavy, and TC, and to Trinidad and Tobago. Now, these are the taxes that the government is collecting right now, right? The tax rates, the Act specifies different tax rates for various property types, including residential. Initially it was 3%, it is now 2%. So the commercial is 5%, agriculture 1%, and industrial properties 6% where plant and machinery is housed in a building, and 3% where it is not. So the government are collecting all these taxes right now, not just the residential, right? So you have to get that facts in. Okay? And it is the same tax that Mr. Larry Hawaii was going to impose on us when they in 2015. It was no different thing. This is the same thing, right? And he said it and he read it out in the parliament, although they had a vote. They wanted to vote out Mr. Manning on axe the tax, right? So the same tax they came back to. So they ain't fooling nobody. So thank.
I don't have the energy for you this afternoon. As I say, I'm unlocking the parts of the minds of people who have that capacity in them, right? And not just regurgitating what they were told. They can also go and do some research and get what is there. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. PC. This question about tax and tax. You know about tax is 29 days before election.
Exactly.
And that tax, the tax that were imposed on the people were burdensome, right? We want, listen to me, I am listening to the UNC policy with respect to taxation. That will be out very shortly. You come in to read this thing, you're just wasting time. By the 29th of this next month, you'll have a new government in power. I don't have no time with that, about tax this and tax that. You're wasting my time. And the fact remains is that the PNM, if you look at voting for Rowley, is voting for Stuart Young is like voting for Rowley. That is a tag team.
Yep.
That is a tag team. You ever see wrestling?
Yep.
That is a tag team. So, where you going? One is prime minister, one is political leader. After the election, you have a political leader until September when they say they're going on hold the election.
Yeah.
So political leader have no influence in the policy making?
Yes.
Yeah. And the question about manifesto. Forget about manifesto. PNM no go by no manifesto. They tell you that, and when I think somewhere in the university, they come down and they look at the manifesto, and almost 33% of the things that they said they were going to do, they may have accomplished that, some of it. So it's a waste. They don't go. That's just to bamboozle you. That's what it's all about. They don't go by manifesto. When you look at the UNC, you see manifesto. They go by manifesto. What they said they were going to do, that's what they did. So this nonsense about manifesto and PNM manifesto, get these people out of all of them. All of them must go. We must stop the chaos in this country here. They get their money already. They get their salary increase. They're going to get the pension. Let them go. No more suffering in this place. Yes. No more suffering. Yes. Let them go their way. This country has to be rebuilt. Right? It will be hard, but the damage that they did, and we have to put our shoulders to the wheel in order to rebuild this country. The NAR have to do it in 1986. We have to rebuild all the institutions that they collapsed. Right? We have to everything we have to put back in place. Right? So the fact remains is that I don't want to hear nothing. The fact remains is that all hands on deck to remove these people, all of them. The Camille, the Donna Cox, all of them have to go. That government has to go. They are the ones. They were in the cabinet. All our ministers were part of the cabinet. Almost all MPs were part of the cabinet. And the fact remains, they made the decisions in this country which impacted adversely on the population of this country, which bring this country to where it is. And this country is not only we talk about second class, we're now third class. We are the bottom now. We're going through. People have to understand that, and I don't know how low we could go again. How low this country could, and Stuart Young running all over the place talking about meeting with banker and meeting with this with respect to forex. Too late, Mr. Stuart Young. Right? It's time for you to leave. You have done all the portfolio with Minister of National Security. What improvement you made in national security? What improvement you made to the prisons? What improvement you made to the police service, which is now a disaster, a catastrophe? What improvement? What improvement you made to the Coast Guard in terms of securing the borders? Venezuelans driving inside here, walking here as they want, all kind of murder, all kind of things taking place. What did you do? When the people and them came, who went on this boat, on this cruise, the old people who worked as public servants, teachers and whatnot, and they came back and they went on the boat, you said, under your ministry, the people were denied entry here, whereas other people were allowed to come in here. It was Mia Motley who bailed and closed them and set them in there for about 3 months because you say they can't come back here. They can't come in because they are COVID, but other people could have come. Yeah. And the fact remains that, and if Motley could have kept them there and feed them, fed them there, why you couldn't do it here? So I'm saying, look at the people with the pipeline. In any other country, you would have been called to resign. You would have ministerial responsibility, that convention, that doctrine, or not the doctrine, but convention. So I don't know where you're going. You will never top class performer in terms of being a minister. And I'm very clear. If God forbid, and you become prime minister here, that's going to be a disaster in this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. West. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Yes, good evening. A while back I was supposed to call you, boy. I remember when you was talking about like the PNM and the bowl and Googling how to call election early and they're trying to kill anti-Kamala. But if they feel they will kill anti-Kamala, they ain't killing anti-Kamala, you know. Anti-Kamala done dead already. I don't know why she didn't hand over to Monilal, or if she had any kind of decorum of sense. What should I do is calling. Hello.
Let me ask you something. Could I ask you one question? Let me ask you something now.
If she put on it.
I'm not gonna let you continue if you're just here to rant and rave. You're not here to rant and rave. I was going to ask you if the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa was moved and put any one of the names you called there, would you have voted the UNC? That is all I wanted to ask you. Right? That is all I wanted to ask you. You see, all they calling to try to throw off the thing here because all they realize that what is happening here is doing a lot of damage and opening a lot of minds. So you can't do that. All I would ask you as a young person who is calling there or a middle-aged person who is calling, you are asking that Kamla is supposed to be removed. If they remove her, would you have voted the UNC? And you know in your honest opinion that is no. Right? So don't call with that. This is not the program for that. You have all day to call with that kind of foolishness. Alright? You enjoy your afternoon. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
This is very good afternoon.
Yes.
I listened to all the program this evening. Heavy start this evening, you was on fire, boy. Give thanks, right?
Yeah, man.
No, you come real good. But you see, you see, as an individual, I really like this government to get locked up in. That whole 41 of them, you know, honestly, I want to go too far. I go talk out of time, man. Have a blessed night and return safe, right?
Thanks very much, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Love and respect, right?
Yeah,
caller,
man.
Good afternoon, caller. Good evening, caller.
Yeah, but you can't get vexed if I have my
I'm not
opinion.
getting, listen, I'm not getting vexed with you, but you cannot control the conversation. If I'm asking you for us to have a conversation, you have to allow that. This is not listen, this is not your program. This is a program that you are invited to call. All right? What I'm asking you is, listen, what I'm asking you is this. You are saying that Kamala dead and she should have passed on the mantle. If that did happen, let's say that happens tomorrow morning. Would you vote for the UNC?
But if she put
No, just now. Listen to me, caller. That's just a yes or no? Would you vote for the UNC? Yes or no? And I'll leave you, and I would leave you to make the rest of your contribution. If she remove, you will vote for the UNC?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead you go ahead and make the rest of the contribution.
Yes, because you know why? Everybody vote. Keep do son and pull in a fresh face. And might say wherever I want about him. He looks better. The optics of it looks way
just
better
now, moving the Minister of National Security and removing himself is pulling a fresh slate.
Putting Stuart Young and extricating himself out of the position of leadership.
Just now, that's a fresh slate?
That I not a slate, but
caller, then you just now a fresh face. So wait now, you are gonna vote for a fresh face after all that happened for 9 years, caller?
Yes.
So you're gonna vote for a fresh face after gas went up so much times and the murder rate went up so much time?
Me alone. Not me alone.
All right, well then caller.
Let me tell you why I based my argument on that. Can I say?
Go ahead.
Right. Now, if Kamala done reach...
No, don't tell me. Listen. Don't tell. Listen to me. Don't tell me about Kamala. Tell me why you're going to vote for them for the fresh face. Don't tell me nothing about Kamala, all right? Tell me why you're going to vote for them for the fresh face. Don't tell me nothing about Kamala. Because Kamala is in opposition for the last 10 years, right? So don't tell me nothing about Kamala. Tell me why you're going to vote for them after 10 years of all of this.
Even since the Ministry of Energy has been extremely energetic.
Energetic? Tell me two things. Tell me two things what he did that showed you that he's energetic.
Well, he got the Durham Magazine and he got the Dragon gas bill off the ground.
Just now. What? Just now. Caller, no, I cannot allow you. I cannot allow you to finish because you're lying. I cannot allow you to finish, caller, because what you're saying there is not truth. And that is why I cut you off. What you're saying there is not truth. And I know they're sending you all here to try to defer the program, but it will not work. I am here. It will not work. You have to try harder than that. Hi, good evening, caller.
And it will never work.
It will not work.
Never work.
I have never heard so much of PNM callers on this program being so adamant to get in. He's calling back. Calling you out a lie about Dragon gas deal. What's the position with the Dragon gas deal right now?
Them only getting tied up in this right now. They don't even know the position Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young put this country in with the American. And they don't even know aware of that.
Thank you.
These people are so crazy. What is your argument? Why should we vote for the PNM once again around this time? Why? Tell us why. We experience the highest murder rate in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. We lose our spine. We lose our spine. We lose Petrotrin. But I want to tell them this evening. The debt that Petrotrin was in. Check how much money Dr. Rowley spent from 2015 to 2020. To 2021, sorry. To 2021. They could have more than serviced that deal and keep Petrotrin floating for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But it's when the same short lady come and ask them about the oil that they're getting out of the ground. That's only fake oil talking. Notice here, ain't nothing about fake oil again. That fake oil talk was real. These are the things we're going and vote against for the sake of the children. We feel it's just so. We're not going down that road alone, brother. And don't come back with these kind of foolishness. Come with issues so we could if it and but it. More time for callers.
Thank you very much. I will not even take your call again because I know you have a mission, but this is the wrong place for your mission. I know you're on a mission, just like a lot of you all. They're telling you all, call. Call and disrupt. Call and speak foolishness. To carry the conversation there, but it will not go there because I am not going to allow the conversation to go there this afternoon. It will not. Hi, good afternoon. Well, good evening. Welcome.
TC is saying.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, but like it's a bunch of sociopaths you have in this country. You know? This man, yeah, it had to be. So you voting for the blackest party from 1956 till now that is being selected to run the party, a Chinese man. So you voting for a black party run by a Chinese man.
The new face. Think about
it now.
The new face.
You going to you going to a Chinese restaurant. You going to a Chinese restaurant to look for crab and dumpling.
Yeah. Or a pilau.
I'm going as far as pilau, crab and dumpling. Or a bacon shack. But something had to be wrong with these people and them. And my concern now that Trump has passed this order against Venezuela, we have to look out for a shortage of gas, you know.
They don't understand how dangerous this thing is, no?
We have to look out for a shortage of gas. Or you feel this thing is a joke. I've been singing this since last year, TC. Or you're playing, or you're dancing in fire and pretending it and burning, or you're getting tied up with this thing, you know. And I'm very frightened for this election that's coming up here because we don't know what could happen between now and the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right, all you continue to play, man. TC, you be safe and reach home safe, brother.
Yeah, man. Love and respect, all right?
Yeah.
Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, TC. Very quickly, you know, if I had my way,
Yeah.
I'd let the UNC win this election and let Kamala do just what Dr. Oli do. Handpick somebody and hand them the leadership of the country and let she sit back while not resigning from the political party and still leading the political party that leading the country. And then you will hear all the PNM who have no problem with it now. You will hear all the problems that they have with it.
Yeah. I like what you say there. And that's the God on the shooting her. They're going to say, look what she do. How she could do that? We never elect her. You understand? That is exactly what they all hear the tongues of them. The same tongue that's speaking now. Goodness into what happened there. It will be a different conversation. Hi, good evening. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, TC.
Good evening, sir. How are you? Good evening, ma'am. How are you? Sorry.
TC?
Yes, darling.
How you going, love? TC, you had too much of patience. You had too much of patience, you know.
I have too much of patience.
When these people come with a bull, tell them all.
Yeah.
You understand? Let them know that yellow is the code and it's like that.
And
they have to take it in the face. You have a nice evening, right, darling?
You too, sweetie.
But I missed you last week, you know where you went.
No, I was
here. You see that woman you're horning me?
I was
here.
You
see that woman you're horning me with there?
Yeah.
Well, you're horning me. But it's all right. I'm going to take the horn.
All right, sweetheart.
All right, darling.
Yes,
you
darling.
have a blessed evening. Where have you gone? You gone?
Yes, he had to make a business run this afternoon, all right?
All right, baby. You
All
have
right,
a blessed one.
You too.
Yeah.
Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening again to you, TC, and
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago. TC, you see this program this evening?
Yes.
Right now they have a WhatsApp group chat. And first they sending message all to UNC people to call and mash up TC and every program this evening. Right now they say, oh, they're mashing up. They say the program right now making plenty people in Trinidad and Tobago turn to the UNC. So they're sending the minions and them to try to disrupt this program.
Yeah, it's the
Because
truth.
what we're talking here is truth.
Yes, it
and
is the
facts,
truth.
And we are talking about what we went through for the last 9.5 to 10 years.
Yep.
And the PNM, they're not calling to say, well, Dr. Rowley did this, and Dr. Rowley did that, and Dr. Rowley built this, and Dr. Rowley raised that.
Exactly.
Dr. Rowley Dr. Rowley didn't even get everybody minimum wage raise. I think he gave people $2.
Yeah.
I think, imagine in 10 years, black people get $2 for DC, for $250, but you can't buy a water with that DC.
When everything went up 3 times and 5 times in that time in there.
TC or go TC in Trinidad and Tobago. In 10 years, the black man get him $2.
Yeah.
And he takes 46 or 43%. He give black poor people $2 and they can't buy a water with that. And these people calling Baby Bataria calling to read from a script that the media put out that is fake news and lies to put. Listen, right now, TC, from now till election, as I will declare war onto the PNM, and I am telling the supporters, come with facts, come with evidence, come with truth, and come with development, and come and show me how much African become millionaire under Keith Christopher Rowley. Come with that. How much African athletes went out there to support and represent Trinidad and Tobago was funded in a big way by the PNM. How much college, how much people went out to study medicine? Let me see what the PNM do in 10 years.
Yeah, and that's the conversation I want to have.
Yes, what we talking here is truth and facts. We're not coming to lie. I will not call from all the way in New York City to lie to people of Trinidad and Tobago. What I am saying is, Dr. Rowley did nothing. And he could not have done nothing because he was working for the same person he tell Manning he was working for, and he even do a worse job than Manning. Because when Manning was working under Calder Hart, Rowley come and work under more people than that and only punish poor people. Punish poor people.
All right,
more.
Brooklyn, after wrap
Lord
up.
have mercy. Don't call PNM. Don't call back this program, PNM.
I'm not taking his call. I already marked his number for the afternoon. I'm not taking his call anymore because let me tell you this. And that's the level of the thinking. And this is why I said, let's unlock the part of that brain that we have not accessed for a while as we head into this general election. I'm not speaking just off the top of my head, right? I am speaking to you, the public of Trinidad and Tobago, to really think about the things, right, that you're going to make the next vital decision on. Now, when somebody can call and say, I'm going to vote for a party because of a new face, then you did not even use your brain with you saying that answer to me. Right? When someone could say that they look more attractive with a new face after you have been beaten and battered and abused for close to 10 years, then I have to tell you, sir, that I am sorry for you. Because a new face doesn't change what took place in your life for the last 10 years. If you want change, they could continue to beat you like that for the next 10 years. And every 10 years, they just change the face and catch you again. I want you to understand this. After the next 10 years, they could remove that face again. After they beat you and violate you, right? And put a new face, and you will just go back. All they do is changing your massa. And you going back because, hey, the person who was beating me gone. There's a new person beating me now. Think about what I said there.
Arangwesi again. I could never forget when Colin Umbu stood up in Parliament and tell them that the last budget give them gas pain, and the next one we gonna give soon will give them gastrointestines and diarrhea. I will never forget that. But them, we can vote back them in power. Only good luck with that. Good luck.
TC, good evening. I don't know how this is people understand. If you want PNM removed from office, you have to support UNC. UNC is the only political party big enough to take all the PNM. Anything else is splitting the votes. Anything else, if you vote any other party, it come like you're putting back PNM right in office. And the objective is to remove the PNM, so you have to vote UNC to get all PNM. Otherwise, you will get another 5 years of the 10 years we just had.
Thank you so much, everybody. This is why I close off. See you guys tomorrow. God give us all health and strength, all right?
Necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.